Hello to all the Travel With Me followers. Till now, I have been sharing with you a number of travel videos and travel tips. But this is the first time I'm putting up a video like this. This is because currently, as we all know, that the world is undergoing a very different situation, and forget about traveling within cities or going outside of our country. We are in fact confined, most of us in fact are confined to our homes, and we cannot go out, we cannot travel. In fact, we cannot even travel out of our homes unnecessarily. So in such a situation, we probably have something to learn, something to probably understand. And I had a few thoughts, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll make a video and share those thoughts with you also. The first important thing that came to my mind was basically relating to when we are actually traveling, we are actually learning. Whenever I go on a trip, I'm actually trying to understand how the people over there live, what is their lifestyle, what is their food habit, how do they interact, what is their language, what is their culture, and the different aspects of their living over there. Plus, if you're looking at the nature around also, nature teaches us a lot of things. How the animals are behaving, how their, you can say, interaction with the environment is, what is that creature actually having, you can say, in terms of food and other things. So there are many learning aspects from nature, from people, from different parts of that journey. It could even be the process of the journey, like if you're going to some country, we try and understand how the visa process is, how the currency movement is, and all those things we are learning. So when you're going on a journey, when you're going out and traveling, we are actually learning about all external things. Plus, at the same time, if we look at the fun part of it, we are also enjoying the external things. We look at a mountain, we look at the sea, we look at different trees, and we are enjoying the ambience, and we're trying to, you can say, feel good because of these external factors. So many a times we are uh, placing our happiness on external, like if we're going in a group, then the behavior of the people in the group influences our enjoyment in that trip, on that journey. So basically, all the external factors are affecting us all the time we are out. It could be even an office, even at probably on a trip. It could be in a restaurant, it could be with friends, with family. All the time this external environment is creating, you can say, an impact on us. Now if we look at the other part of it in the current state, today we are not able to, or rather we could say we are not allowed, we are not going out of our homes, and we are not able to go out of the house because of some reasons, right? So in such a situation, if we are confined to our homes, what can we do? We have an option, a better option in fact, to explore our own selves, to explore our own happiness, you can say our own aspects of life. Many a times in our life we find, not just on a specific day, it could be larger part of our lives, we find that we place our happiness on, you can say, the rules and regulations of society, or it could also be we are trying to behave in a similar manner as what somebody else is doing. So if my let's say one of my friend has got a particular car, so even I buy that car, and then I say, okay, I am happy. But that's a short-lived happiness. Many a times we don't really feel that happiness from within. The reason is because this is not what I wanted in actual. It is more of the external factors again that are affecting the happiness which I feel is my own happiness. This is because we are continuously interacting with the external variables, or we could say the external factors in our life, and these factors are more influential than what I want or what me as a person wants. So when we sit down like this at this point of time, when we are isolated from even our friends and families and relatives and everyone, we are sitting in a state where we can actually think, we can talk and interact and learn about our own self. So when we sit down and try to understand, we will truly find what makes me happy, what is my dream, what is my purpose, what do I want to achieve in life, what exactly is, you would say, the aim or ambition that I want to pursue in my life and feel fulfilled. So for everybody it could be different. It's totally, completely acceptable that you have a different dream than what somebody else has. You have a different purpose than what somebody else wants to do. So a person, it could be a simple thing like if you see a flower blooming in your garden, it could be a bird chirping in your garden and you feel happy about it. Yes, that is what is making you happy. You don't need a lavish car, or you don't need a big house, or you don't need a big club membership for being happy. That is something which is standardized as happiness by the society. We forget that happiness is not what the society wants us to do. Happiness is what I want to do. Happiness something is my goal, my life passion that I want to pursue. So if something makes me happy, it's important that I go behind that and not what somebody else wants me to do. So this is the time which you can take advantage of. You can actually try and understand your own self. You can learn about your own self and what exactly is the thing that can make you happy in life. Another thing that is happening in the current situation is that every single person is, or rather has developed that fear. Will I live? Will I survive? Am I going to die? So all these type of thoughts have flashed through your mind some or the other point of time. You probably have developed this continuous fear that, oh my god, what am I doing all this time? I mean, my life could end tomorrow. So if my life is ending tomorrow, then what? Now, if you think on those lines, then obviously you are going to look at your past and you are going to try and analyze, did I pursue my dreams? Did I go for my goals? Did I actually do something which made me happy? So probably the answer to that may be no, maybe yes, it all depends. But if the answer to the maximum questions, if you ask yourself, is a no, that means there is something which you need to look and something which you need to learn from this particular incident. This fear in your mind about death is actually a positive channel for living. Even after all the situation gets over and the world recovers, let this fear remain in your mind, in the corner of your mind, in, or you can say, a positive manner, because if you don't fear death, if you don't fear that I'm going to die, you will not start living. When we all the time we think that, okay, yes, this is what I want to do, we delay it. We say, okay, fine, let's wait. Maybe after 5 years, maybe after 2 years, I want to go for a trip. Let's wait. What is the harm in waiting? Why not take a trip after 3 years? Maybe you'll go after 2 years. You don't know whether you're going to be alive for those 2 years or after those 2 years. So what you have is now. I'm not saying that you don't need to plan, you don't need to think about the future. I'm saying that if it is possible for you right now to pursue what you want, what will make you happy, why not? So don't delay your happiness, don't delay things in your life, because life is definitely limited. Just like our travel journeys are limited, our life also is limited. And everyone knows about it. It's not something new that I'm sharing with you. It's something which everybody knows, but very few understand and live in accordance. So when you start understanding that life is limited, when you start really imbibing that spirit in you that yes, every minute counts, time is ticking, the clock is ticking. So when that type of thought process comes in your mind, that is the time when you actually start living. So the next time you think about delaying your happiness, just think over it again and look at the situation. Is it possible to manage something in a way that I can go for this particular moment, I can go for this particular, you can say, doing that particular thing? Is it possible for me to do it? Then why not? Why to delay? Another aspect is that people today are forgetting that money is for a living. We should not live for earning, we should earn because we are living. This aspect of life can be understood better when we sit like this and think. Continuously, everyone today is running behind making more and more and more money. Money is definitely important, but it is not so much important that you forget that this minute and this time period is running away from you. The time is limited, and when the time is limited, no matter how much money you want to make, this time is never going to come back. The probability is that you will make more money ahead, but the time today that you are having will never come back. So if you have to, you need to balance both. You need to balance your time, you need to balance your money, and you need to balance your enjoyment in life. If you can balance these three aspects, you live a successful life. Today success is defined as, you can say, in terms of, you can say, so many $1 million and so much of amount if that person is having, that person is said to be successful. But in actual, every person, if that person can actually feel happy about the way he or she has lived, then the success is actually achieved. Another aspect I've always seen with many people is that they need somebody else to make them happy. Like, in other words, I could put it like there is no self-motivation. The motivation comes from external sources. Like, it's not harmful to have a good, you can say, company. It is not harmful to have good people around you who can actually motivate you in a better way. But all the time, getting an external motivation may not be possible. One important thing in life is to be remembered that all the time we may not get people to be with us. We may not have the best of the company which we need to pursue something, to go ahead with something. So we have to be self-motivated also. At the same time, our happiness should not be kept in the hands of somebody else. We should try and find happiness in our own company also. It is important not just for ourselves, it is important for others around also. If we all the time are relying on somebody else to make us happy, it is very difficult. Not just for you, it will be difficult for the people around you also. So if you can try and find your own happiness, if you can be happy in your own company, it creates a very nice and positive energy which actually reflects onto the others also. So if you're full of happiness yourself, you can give it to others. So when you enjoy your own company, when you are full of goodness and happiness in your own company, naturally other people around you also will find happiness with you. So be more self-motivated, be more self-reliant in terms of emotions, in terms of happiness, in terms of, you can say, pursuing some goal or doing some activity. So that is something which helps not only you but also takes off the burden from other people. So in a group when we travel, we naturally we enjoy the company of people. No doubt that when you are in good company, it is excellent. But at the same time, there are many more things which can be enjoyable in spite of not having company. So if you look around, you have beautiful nature, you have, you can say the landscapes are amazing, you have different things to learn, you have different things to understand from, you can say, even a simple thing like an insect moving on the flowers, you can just watch the bees going around and you can learn so many things from nature. So all the time having that viewpoint of shifting to different things and having a variety of things to make you happy, and even in our own company, is very important. So if you're bored with your own company, you're a boring person for the others also. So that is what probably you can understand about your own self in this time period. So in this time period, you can try and understand what is it that I can feel happy about? What is it that probably you can say lifts up my mood? What is it that I like to do? So when you explore your own self and you explore the depths of your happiness, then it's but natural that you will feel more better, more relieved when you're doing those activities. And when you do those activities, that happiness within you is also going to reflect to other people around you. So like a simple thing, like you may like taking up some hobby, it could be singing, it could be painting, it could be dancing, it could be anything. You are just pursuing some hobby which makes you happy. And when you feel happy, relieved, it's natural that that happiness is going to spread to the people around. So keep yourself happy first, and then it's but natural that the happiness, that joy, that benefit is going to spread to others. So think about those activities, think about those aspects of your life in the current situation that can bring more and more happiness to you as a person. So I think I have a lot of things to share which you can say the travel, the journeys have taught me, and they can relate to our life and they can relate to the different aspects of our being, of our, you can say, different situations of our life. It could be things like, you can say, adjustments that we need to make. It could be the patience that we have, being happy in the situation you are in, not grumbling, not criticizing people, not being judgmental about the opinions of others. There are many aspects that traveling teaches you. I've just shared a few. If I get a chance ahead, I will definitely go and speak more about the other aspects. So if you like this video, you can comment, you can share your views and let me know what you feel about it. And let's hope that the world heals quickly and it probably gets back rolling into a much better and much happier and much, you can say, successful in terms of, you can say, coexistence with nature. And in a way, it heals and we all get back to our usual life, but in a better and learned manner.